trafficking of weapons from countries in Eastern Europe and the Balkans. 321 firearms, including a rocket launcher and a machine gun, have been seized. 49 arrests are related directly to firearms offences. 20,000 pieces of ammunition were taken across a 48-hour period from the 6th to the 8th of April. Almost 8,000 officers were involved across the 23 participating countries.
The result isn't only number of checks, number of arrested persons, number of seized items and so on. And this way, using synchronized police actions in the same time in different countries, we send a clear message to the criminals. The police officers from different countries around the world work together against the crime.
Firearms databases cited at the Interpol headquarters in Lyon in France allowed information and data to be examined and exchanged.
Nearly every recovered firearm comes from someplace else. So a country may enact strict firearms legislation, but it still cannot control what happens in other countries. So as firearms are moving throughout the continent of Europe, the danger for citizens is that firearms coming from sometimes 500 or 1,000 kilometers away can affect the safety that they've come to know in their own community.
With increased concerns over terrorism and the trafficking of illicit weapons, establishing a stronger police network in the field to break down the flow is a key aim of Operation Trigger 2.
As NATO builds up its military presence in Eastern Europe, British Defence Secretary Michael Fallon went to Estonia. There he marked the deployment of 800 British troops on Russia's doorstep. The move is part of a NATO effort to deter Russia from interfering in the Baltic states like it did in Ukraine when it annexed Crimea. Romania also said it plans to buy Patriot missiles from the US to help protect its airspace. Just as hundreds of Romanian and US troops braved the blizzard and tested their tanks and aircraft in a display of their military forces. NATO commanders say deterrence is key.
This is all about defending the alliance. It's not about being aggressive toward anyone.
Russia has criticized NATO's military buildup as an aggression on its borders. Earlier this week, it reportedly deployed more than 10 of its warships in the Baltic Sea to fire missiles as part of a training exercise off the coast of Kaliningrad.
Encouraging words for Romania from the European Commission's first Vice President during his visit to Bucharest on Thursday. Frans Timmermans said the EU's poorest country was approaching the end of its decade-long anti-corruption monitoring programme. There's still no time frame for a decision, and Romania is due to take over the rotating EU presidency at the start of 2019.
In this process we've jointly did since membership, 10 years of cooperation and verification. We've achieved so much that we are now in the final stretch of a very long marathon. And my impulse is, my dedication is to finishing this marathon.
Romania has received 4 positive monitoring reports from the EU in a row. The news represents a turnaround from February, when the government's attempts to pass a decree decriminalising all but the more serious corruption offences brought an estimated 500,000 people onto the streets for 6 nights. The government dropped its legislation.